yourself, analyze and improve, for it is not death or pain that is to be feared, but the fear of pain or death. Epicteticism is a school of philosophy that was founded by Zeno 334, c. 262 BC, in Athens. The foundation of Stoicism is based on the idea that negative emotions are caused by misjudgments. In other words, if you experience a negative emotion such as fear, hurt, anxiety, it is because you did not make a correct judgment of the situation, and it is said that misjudgments cause unnecessary worry. The Stoic philosophers believed that the goal of life is to achieve a state of happiness and tranquility, because fear is one of the biggest obstacles to reach that state. The Stoics also wrote a great deal about fear. Some people think that what Stoic philosophers such as Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus wrote roughly 2,000 years ago is not entirely applicable to modern society. However, we are dealing with same obstacles that they faced. Even though Industrial Revolution and the Information Age changed many things in the world, the way that humans behave and think is still the same. Seneca, who was the advisor to Emperor Nero and lived c. 04 BC 265 AD, said the following about a happy life: "For what prevents us from saying that the happy life is to have a mind that is free, lofty, fearless, and steadfast, a mind that is placed beyond the reach of fear, beyond the reach of desire. That counts virtue the only good, baseness the only evil, and all else but a worthless mass of things, which come and go without increasing or diminishing the highest good, and neither subtract any part from the happy life, nor add any part to it. A man thus grounded must, whether he wills or not, necessarily be attended by constantialfulness, and a joy that is deep and issues from deep within, since he finds delight in his own resources, and desires no joys greater than his inner joys." Seneca's quote is from roughly 2,000 years ago. This highlights that every single problem or issue that we face already happened to someone else in history. Your problem is not unique. Our misjudgments of situations often cause unnecessary fear or anxiety. Without having all the facts, we jump to conclusions and decide that something is stressful or is a problem. If we would only say to ourselves, "This situation makes me feel anxious." However, we make things even worse than they are by running and hiding from our fears, which causes even more anxiety. Our imagination goes wild, and before we know it, a small problem is turned into a mountain that we cannot climb. Do not worry about what you cannot see or can tell. There are many factors in life that we cannot control. Think about the weather, traffic, economy, terrorist attacks, accidents, death, etc. However, we do end up complaining and worrying about the things we simply cannot control. That is a waste of time and energy. Instead, focus on the things that you do control. Imagine the following situation. You make a mistake at work that upsets a client. Maybe you send someone a wrong email. Maybe you forget to solve a problem. It doesn't matter what it is. Imagine that something goes seriously wrong at work. What do you do when you find out? Do you stress out? Feel uncomfortable? Blame yourself? Blame others? Think it's the end of your career? When things go wrong, we become our own worst enemy, because we focus on things we don't control. It's one thing to read about these things. It's another thing to actually put it in practice. Because when shit hits the fan, it's natural to panic. Instead of thinking take a step back and focus on what lies within your control. Something else that causes us stress is worrying about what other people think. Thinking about these things is a waste of time and does not help you at all. A Buddhist, Marcus Aurelius, wrote the following in his book Meditations. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, "The people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own, not of the same blood and birth, but the same mind, and possessing a share of the divine, and so none of them can hurt me. No one can implicate me in ugliness, nor can I feel angry at my relative, or hate him. We were born to work together like feet, hands and eyes, like theta rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on him, these are unnatural. People can only hurt you if you let them. Worrying about what other people say or think about you means that you let them. Live your life the way you feel is right, and do not worry about what other people say. Do not let them hurt you. You cannot control what people think of you. What do you control? Essentially, We only control our own actions and mindset. We determine our desire, attitudes, judgments, determination. That's about it. Anything else, we have no control over. So it makes no sense to worry about things that are not on that list. That's a simple Stoic philosophy exercise, something that has existed for centuries. And the best thing is that you can immediately apply this to your life. Next time you'll catch yourself worrying about a situation, focus on the things you control. What counts is that we do the right thing, because that is all we can do. We don't control outcomes. Do you see? Made a mistake, correct it. Something goes wrong, find a solution. Also, never be surprised when bad things happen, but rather expect them to happen. In that way, you will never be caught off guard. Instead, accept it, and then focus your energy on finding a solution. Always keep a positive mindset. If you want to live a purposeful and productive life, the most important thing is consistency. Achievement is not about eureka moments, your big break, pulling off all-nighters, or drinking Red Bull all day. If you want to achieve things in your life, it's about aiming for daily progress. You want to exercise, read, work, learn, study, every single day. Remember this: inconsistency is the enemy of results. And that's why I practice Stoic philosophy. To improve my mental toughness, I don't want ups and downs, because that hurts productivity. Instead, I want to progress 0.01% every day of the year. And that's a very realistic goal. Try it, and maybe it will change your life too.